Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Vayelech. The second verse in the portion is about Moshe Rabbeinu, and he says that I'm now 120 years old. Why is the Torah telling us, or why is Moshe troubled to tell us that he was 120 years old on the day that he passed away? There's a very beautiful short story from the Chavetz Chaim that once he was at home and one of his grandchildren came and asked him, "Grandpa, how old are you?" And the Chavetz Chaim was a great Torah scholar, one of the greatest leaders of the previous generation. He looked at the young man, the young boy, and he just smiled. And the boy's just standing there. He's polite. He's waiting for his grandfather to answer. He's thinking to himself, why doesn't he answer me? How come he's not telling me how old he is? And then finally it's time for him to go. He comes over to his grandfather to say goodbye, and his grandfather takes a small pouch of money and gives it to him as a gift of thank you for coming. And the boy smiles very happily and starts makes sure it's closed completely and starts walking away. The Chavetz Chaim says to him, "Why aren't you opening up the envelope to see how much money there is?" And the young boy said, "A present from my grandfather is something very, very dear to me. It doesn't matter how much there is. I appreciate the gift itself." And the Chavetz Chaim smiled and said, it's the same thing with life. What a dear gift God gave us. Okay? And what the most important thing is to use every minute of it in the best possible way. How can we possibly gauge the greatness of the gift that God gave us? Right? And that's why I don't like to say how old I am. The same way with us. We're in the days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. How dear is the life that God gave us. And we are about to be, please God, signed in the book of life. Each person should make their best effort to bring down the shefa, bracha, the flow of good blessings from on high, that God should sign them in the book of life for a good and sweet year. Shabbat Shalom.